But Liz, it's not even December and already the Christmas wars have begun.
It's on for young and old, and we've got a win for the West up our sleeves already. We had to bring this to you tonight. There's a little place outside of Melbourne, about 29 k's southwest, called Pacific Werribee, and this shopping centre decided that instead of Merry Christmas, they'd put up a sign over their Santa chair and other paraphernalia saying, Merry Everything. What does that even mean? Merry everything. For crying out loud, we celebrate absolutely everything else here, and I'm not objecting it to it in the least. I mean, the more parties, the better. We've got Hanukkah, we've got Diwali, we've got Chinese New Year. The more, the merrier. But for crying out loud, why is it always our holidays and our cultures and our traditions that have to be changed? I mean, there was the Easter time buns with no crosses on them last Easter. For crying out loud, cut it out. But we've had a win. Just 2 days after Pacific Werribee put up their Merry Everything signage, the outcry was so loud they took it back down, did a quick swapsy, and Merry Christmas has reappeared over the top of Santa's seat. I've got to read you some of the quotes from these customers that were so disgruntled. Here we are, customer number 1, very disappointing display, multiculturalism gone mad. I am so glad I have left Wyndham. Ballarat loves Christmas and embraces all cultures. Best move we ever made. Customer 2, Merry Everything is ridiculous. It's Christmas. We don't change names of other festivals, so why come up with a silly slogan? It's really offensive to those that celebrate it. Well said. And this is the kind of public outcry that we have to have every time one of these corporate flogs tries this on. This is Australia. We celebrate Christmas, and don't try changing it on us. We will notice and we will pull you up. I just love this. It's a win for the West. We're keeping our holiday,
I can't believe this shopping centre. I mean, their pitch is this. We want to sell you stuff in December. We just don't want to tell you why. I mean, why would Islamists bother trying to undermine Western culture when we ourselves are busy soaring off the very branch that we are sitting on?
That's the question. Who are you pandering to?
Exactly.
Who is offended by Christmas?
No
For many
one.
Christians and Catholics, it is one of the most sacred holidays of the year, and yet, we can't say Christmas.
It's just absurd. Look, you know it's serious when someone says going to Ballarat was the best move they ever made because it's bloody cold in Ballarat. I have to tell you, very nice race course and lots of jumps racing there, but it's a bloody cold place. But the point is, no one is offended by Christmas. Maybe like 0.01% of the population has an issue with Christmas. No one has a problem with Christmas. In fact, Christmas is now one of the biggest exports of the West. If you go to China in December now, a part of the world that is famously anti-religion because the only religion is the state, they all now celebrate Christmas over there. Christmas has completely transcended religion as a cultural event. It is a cultural event of the West that has been adopted by most of the world. I've never met anyone who has an issue with Christmas except for white Western lefties who decide that they must be offended on behalf of everyone else. So, we've got to do this for inclusion. I'm sorry, everyone wants to be included in Christmas. They don't want to be told it doesn't exist.
Where's the inclusivity if we're getting rid of all our stuff, for crying out loud?
I don't agree entirely with your hypothesis that this is a sop to multiculturalism. I remember being involved in a Christmas carols event at Caloundra on the Sunshine Coast. It was sponsored by the Caloundra Council, and they complained that there were too many religious songs in the Christmas carols service and it was alienating people. Name me someone else's birthday that everyone wants to celebrate while pretending the birthday boy doesn't exist. The problem here is the word Christ in Christmas. And when the shopping centre management were asked, why did you call it Christmas was it Merry Everything?
They just made it about materialism.
Well, they said this. They said,
want to sell you everything.
We want people to see the season through children's eyes. They still couldn't say Christmas. It was the season. So you know what they'll end up doing, don't you? It'll be Merry Everything and a very happy new whatever.
happy holidays. Like, what is that?
well,
Happy holidays. Bring out your nativity scenes. I dare you, shopping centres, because you don't have to be a churchy to celebrate. It's an Aussie, it's a Western thing. This is when people get together with family and friends. For some, it's very religious. For others, it's not. But for crying out loud, hands off.
This is the other irony, right, in our country, where Aussies go overseas and we say, oh, I love going overseas, so much culture and tradition. Then we come home and we say, erase all culture and tradition.
Well, only the radical left
who would want
do.
it? But it's funny you say the happy holidays stuff. If you go down the main drag of my part of the world in Lilyfield and Leichhardt, Norton Street here in the inner west of Sydney, the great lefty haven.
Oh,
it's good. I actually enjoy living there because no one knows who I am because they're all lefties and they don't know what I do. But you go down there and the council...
Don't advertise it. You might not be living there for much longer.
Don't come and find me. But the council, the Inner West Council, has put up all the signs up Norton Street now, and they all say season's greetings, right? But they've got little baubles in the corner, which is just as absurd as what they've done there, because you're acknowledging that this is about Christmas, because you've got all the hallmarks of Christmas there. You've got Santa, you've got all the crap, right? But you just can't say Christmas. We all know what you mean, for heaven's sake. It's just stupid.